Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing part 2 of the Moon in the Sign series. So today it's going to be Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So let's get started. Let's just hop right into it. So if you have Cancer, Leo, or Virgo in your moon, one of those signs in your moon, then keep on watching, and maybe these will be qualities that you have. So we're gonna start with Cancer. So they easily respond to the emotional environment in which they are placed. So they're very adaptable emotionally in basically any situation that they're thrown in. They can basically handle any of that stuff. They can read the environment very well and act as such. They soak up feelings like a sponge, so they're very empathetic people, and they can just, if you feel sad, they feel sad. So they're easily moody, irritable, and inconsistent in thought and feelings. So yeah, it's basically self-explanatory. I think, yeah, because Cancers are crabby. That's their thing. So they can be very moody and stuff like that, very bipolar, and so yeah. They have difficulty controlling their own moods. Like I said, they're very just over here, over there, very moody. Their greatest need is to nurture. They love to nurture. They can have like a motherly instinct, or even if they're a man, even if they're a guy, they can just have like a nurturing instinct. They're very they just want to love and just take care of people. So they can appear to be irrational because they have a hard time expressing their feelings through words. So people can think of them as just being completely irrational or just, insane. So, but that's not the case. So they can be withdrawn and have ups and downs. So if they feel like they're not if they're not being heard, or if they're just having a hard time explaining their feelings, or they just don't understand what's really going on with their feelings or emotions, they can withdraw themselves from people and become detached, and they can have like ups and downs with their emotions. That's the big thing with Moon and Cancer. They are very sympathetic, and so they're very sympathetic and understanding to unspoken needs and feelings of others. So, like I said, they're very intuitive to people's emotions, and even if you don't say it, like say how you're feeling, they can already tell. Like they're I would say Cancers are like the mind readers of the zodiac, and I think that's why they tend to appear irrational, because I feel like sometimes they expect other people to have that quality, which they forget that that's not always the case, that some people just won't understand what's going on. You take things personally a lot, little things, so yeah, it's okay. We all do it sometimes. You forgive, but you never forget. So you can tend to hold grudges on situations with people, but usually you forgive the person, so you don't really like throw it in their face or anything like that, but you might not be able to trust them 100% ever again if they've hurt you badly, because you never forget what they did to you, so you kind of just, you always have that thought in the back of your head. So security is very important in family and home life. So you're very like homebound. You can be a homebody. You just like, you know, being surrounded by like family and just being like, you just want your family life, whether it's your children or just whoever you consider your family to be, and your home life, whether, you know, your home and people that live in your home, you just want it to be a very comfortable, safe space for you and your family. So your senses and emotions are quite strong. Like I said, Cancer, like all water signs are probably, they're all intuitive and like have like a psychic thing. I personally think that Pisces is the strongest in that aspect, but all water signs are going to be more intuitive and psychic than any other element sign. So, let's see. They're tenacious and they don't let go of things or people easily. Yeah. So they hold, like I said, they just like hold on to stuff a lot, and it can come up in conversation if you fuck up. And they don't let go of people either, so they can be codependent on people, or they can just be very like possessive over people. It says that your mother is or was a strong influence in your life, whether it was positive or negative, but your mother influence, whether it was your actual mother or it was just like a motherly figure, if you didn't, you know, have your mother around or anything, they were either a positive or a negative, like strong influence in your life. Very introverted, protective of friends and family. Like I said, friends and family and just like home life and everything is very important to Moon and Cancer. So they're very just, they want to protect what's theirs. Let's see, pack rat, and they have a very good memory. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing, like I said, because they hold on to things, they don't forget what you've done to them, and so they have a very good memory, like they remember literally everything. So that is it for Moon and Cancer. So the next one is Moon in Leo, and my mom and stepdad are actually Moon in Leo. They both share the same moon sign, so this is basically going to be describing them with how they handle emotions and stuff, which my mom claims that they don't handle emotions the same, and that's, you know, that's true to an extent, because like, you know, their birth charts are different, obviously, like they only share their moon sign, so they're not gonna act exactly the same, but there are things that they do that are the same, and I'll get to that. But yeah, so let's get started in Moon in Leo. They are warm, generous, loving, devoted, and loyal to loved ones, which is very true. Wants to be worshipped and adored. So this might seem kind of out there, but if you guys know, or if you know, you remember, Leo is very egotistical. They're very much driven by ego. Their ruling planet is the sun, so they are very like just within themselves. They love themselves and they want everyone to love them the way that they love themselves. So they're very much ruled by their ego. So yeah, so that kind of makes sense here. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that they really, my mom, my stepdad really want to be worshipped or adored, but they do want, I think, my mom more so, I think, just wants to be liked by everyone, and she just wants to be everyone's friend, and she just wants to be, you know, stuff like that. And I think with my stepdad, he just, I don't think he really wants to be worshipped or adored either, but I just think that he likes just, you know, getting people riled up. That's like his favorite thing. I don't think he likes to piss people off. I just think that he likes to bring up controversial subjects and just really get people, their minds going. And yeah, it can, yeah. That's crazy. So they want a partner that they can be proud of, and they can't they can't love a partner, like they can't be with someone who they can't respect or be proud of. So you can't be like a lazy, unambitious, just, you know, just kind of person, because, you know, I mean, they're gonna, like, however their personality is and however their, you know, like however their likes and dislikes or what they want in life, if it doesn't really match up with theirs, or they're not doing something to kind of lift themselves up or become a better person, like, you know, they want to be able to respect and be proud of you. So that's like a big thing. And so they need to feel recognized and appreciated. And I think this is a really big thing. I think with, even though my stepdad might not like admit it, I know this is a big thing for him, and I know this is definitely a big thing for my mom. Like, she's so vocal about it, it's insane. But they definitely need affirmations. They definitely need to know that they need to be appreciated, and like that they're appreciated and that they're recognized and they're being heard, because it drives them insane. Hates being ignored. That also kind of goes into the whole appreciated thing. They hate it. My mom, it drives her insane when she's being ignored. It literally pisses her off. Like, she gets so irritated, and she gets so, like, just, she hates being ignored. And yeah, I feel like that's, my mom just hates it. It drives her insane. And then it says dislikes emotional games and dishonesty. So that's, I think, also a big thing for them. They don't like they don't like people who kind of give them tests, you know what I mean? Like when you're in a relationship or a friendship and they kind of do like there's unneeded things to kind of get your attention, to see if you care. Like, that drives them crazy, and they don't like that. Like, they think it's annoying if you do something like that to kind of see if you care. Like, it to them, it just is unnecessary and just not, it's just not good to them. And they hate dishonesty, so they want you to be truthful with them, and they really just expect honesty from people. They are popular, dignified, and ambitious. Ambitious. So yeah, like, they're liked by a lot of people, which is very true for both my parents. They love, like, well, for my stepdad, they both, like, are very just liked by literally everyone. Like, everybody likes them. It's insane. Like, they're just really really liked people, and they're very ambitious. Like, my mom, like, she works like 2 jobs, and they're 2 careers, I should say, full-time, and she's very just, like, actually my mom and my stepdad both have 2 careers, actually. and they're very ambitious. They always want to, you know, just exceed and just go to the next level and just be very successful. They have a persevering and penetrating mind, leadership, and what is this? Yeah, okay, they're very good in leadership, so they can definitely be the leader in the group. They're good at being bosses. Like they just have like a really good just leadership quality. They can be very dramatic. Not like with their emotions. Sometimes they can just be like, they can sometimes be passive aggressive, or just can be like very like over the top with their emotions sometimes, or they can be irrational, or they can just feel like, you know, they probably do feel also that people think that that they overreact, and then that makes them just go more insane. They can be ego-oriented, like I said before, vain, and or ostentatious, whatever that word is. Yeah, my mom's very vain, like so vain. Like I think they're actually like, Joe, he won't admit it, but I know that he is into his ego too, to an extent. And my mom is so freaking vain, it's insane. Like she loves her looks. Like she's all about looking the best. She hates when she doesn't look the best, and I'm like, Mom, you need to stop. Like you look good. Like my mom's very vain. Like I get my vainness from her, but I'm not as bad as she is. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. And they do have a big tendency to wear their heart on their sleeve. They're very emotional. They're very like they just have like a big heart, really big heart. All right, and the last one is going to be Moon in Virgo. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I know someone in Moon in Virgo. I thought maybe my wife has Moon in Virgo. I don't remember what her moon is. Like I'm horrible. I remember what my moon is. I'm gonna look up her moon right now so that I remember, because I don't know shit. Okay. Her moon. Oh no. What? Her moon is Cancer. Her moon is Cancer, you guys. Oh, fuck. I'm slacking. But yeah, her moon is Cancer. So honestly, yeah, definitely her and her moon. So I don't know anybody married in Virgo, but let's get started. So the Moon in Virgo, they are sensitive, cautious, and shy about showing others their feelings. So they're very reserved, and they kind of like, they have to kind of like trust you before they'll really like put all their deep shit on the table for you. So don't expect them to just like put everything out on the table like right when you first meet them. They're not really an open book with their emotions at first. Can love deeply but has a hard time showing it. So they have a big heart, and they will love you like to the ends of the earth, but they're not good at like expressing it like verbally, emotionally, physically, like anything like that. Let's see. And they are more mental than they are emotional. So like they think more logically than they do emotionally. So that's kind of like how they express their emotions, is like through logic. And they will show like how they show that they love someone the most, I think, is basically by like helping them. Like they love helping people, or help like benefiting, and just have any type of like helping someone to benefit them in a good way. That is basically like how they show that they love somebody the most. And they have a hard time receiving warmth, affection, and appreciation, because they feel like it's not genuine. So this isn't with everybody or every situation, but like I said, they're very reserved because they do have a hard time trusting people, and they don't always feel like, you know, that when someone is like showing them some type, like I said, warmth, affection, or appreciation, they don't always find it genuine. They can seem aloof, like nonchalant about things. That's just how their personality is. They can be very critical of others, judgmental, you know, that kind of stuff. They definitely are a perfectionist, and they have these expectations of people, and if you don't, like, I guess, if you don't reach up to those expectations, like, it frustrates them or stuff like that, because like they believe that like you can be a certain person, and if you don't reach those kind of things, they're perfectionists. So they look at you a certain way and they expect you to be that way, which is definitely not a good thing, or always a good thing. So that's definitely something that they always need to work on. And it can definitely make the people around you like unhappy. They are industrious, trustworthy, intuitive, reserved, practical, and down to earth. Definitely practical. Intelligence, usefulness, and fastidiousness, I don't know how to say that word, are important. Very much important. They dislike lazy people, like, at all costs. Very analytical of people and situations. So they're very, like, they analyze everything. If they go into a room, they analyze, like, the wall color, paint, the carpet, like, what Jim, Bob, Joe over there is drinking, like, or like how people are acting or their emotions. Like, they're very analytical about people, and they're observant of everything. And because of that, they are very good and fast problem solvers. So if they run into a situation, like, they can solve it like that, like, very quickly. And the last thing is they can be nitpicky. Very nitpicky, and like want shit done their way. That's just how Moon and Virgo are. So that is it for part 2 of the Moon and the signs. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.